and for the example of love that they embody here in our presence. Be with them on this joyous occasion of showing their love and making their vows. And be with us, their witnesses, that we may be changed by what is said and witnessed here today. Amen. When we began planning this ceremony, Ashley and Andy told me that they are blessed to have come from strong, solid marriages, and that both sets of parents are still married. Ashley's parents, Tom and Nancy, have been married 31 years, and Andy's parents, Howard and Chris, have been married 31 years. Oh, 30 and 31, sorry. Wonderful numbers. Andy and Ashley have just honored their families by giving a rose to their mothers for the many selfless sacrifices they have made for their children and the unconditional love so freely given. Well, I'm sure many of you know parts of the love story that bring us to this joyous day, but when Ashley and Andy and I got together and started talking about the ceremony, I wanted to know a little bit about how they came to this decision in their relationship, so I asked them, how did you meet? Ashley said, Andy and I went to the same middle school and high school, but we never met until after graduation, when I was going into my senior year. She said, my best friend, Katie's brother, Billy, was having a party at his house, and Katie suggested that we go. That was the first time I met Andy. He saved my number in his phone as Ashley number 3. As his sister's name is Ashley, and she's number 1. And he had another Ashley in his phone as well. I didn't ask about that. She said, but I convinced him to change mine to Ashley number 2. She says 2 is my favorite number. And I've been Ashley 2 ever since, but I think maybe after today we should make her Ashley. You can think on that one. She said our first date, we went to the courthouse to pay a bunch of tickets we both had. How romantic. And she said, and then we had dinner at Taco Bell because we were both so broke paying the tickets. Andy said we met at my friend Billy's house. When I first met Ashley, I had never seen her before, even though we went through the same 2 schools together and lived in the same neighborhood our whole lives. I guess it was probably that she was a year younger than me. I asked them to tell me some of the things that attracted them to one another. Ashley said, the first thing I noticed about Andy was his bright blue eyes. They are stunning. But the thing that attracted me to him most was his sense of humor. He always knows how to make me laugh, even if it's at his own expense. He is an absolute goofball at home, and I love it. Andy said the first thing that attracted me to Ashley was, well, one obvious reason, she's totally hot. We agree. But also, she seemed to like hanging out with me and my buddies, and acted like she liked doing the same stupid things that we liked to do. As far as what attracted Ashley to me, it was probably my awesome flannel shirts that I used to wear, or maybe it was the shin-high socks with shorts, or maybe it was my super cool red hat riding in my S10 with no exhaust, no heat or AC. Ask her that. When Ashley and I went to Mexico, we had a really fun time together. Ashley actually went parasailing, which is crazy because she's scared to walk down a flight of stairs, let alone 100 feet in the air with some sketchy parachute. But we actually did it twice. So. Lastly, I asked if they'd tell me some of the things that they love about one another. Ashley said, as I said earlier, I love the way Andy can always make me laugh. Whether it's with his goofy dance or dumb joke or comment, he can always put me in a better mood. When we got engaged, Andy made me play a game of hot and cold. He hid the ring in my jewelry box, but earlier that day we had gone shopping at the dollar store to buy some things for our new townhouse, so I assumed the ring was fake from the dollar store we had been at that day. So I made him show me the ring box to confirm that it was from Zales. She's like, yeah, I think I totally ruined that moment. She said, Andy gives the best hugs, whether it's because I need a hug for a bad day or whether I want one for a good day. He's always been there for me when I need him, and I can honestly say I don't know what I would do without him. Andy said, I love her smile. And that she laughs at my stupid jokes. And that she comes up with some really dumb jokes of her own. And that make no sense, and she'll laugh to herself forever. She's the only person I've ever seen sneeze so hard that she bangs her head on the car window. And she says, ouch, before anything even happens to her. He says, finally, we've been together 11 years, and she is my other half. I couldn't imagine my life without her. So now you know part of the love story that brings us to this moment, as they exchange vows and begin the next chapter of their love story together as husband and wife. So if you'll please join hands for the exchange of vows.
I, Andy, take you, Ashley, be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
for this day forward,
for better or worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poor,
for richer, for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
I, Ashley, take you, Andy,
To be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
for this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poor,
for richer, for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
May I have the rings? The circle of the wedding ring symbolizes the never-ending circle of your love, with no beginning and no end. So Andy, if you'll please put the ring on Ashley's finger and repeat after me.
Ashley, may this ring
Ashley, may this ring
forever be to you,
forever be to you,
the symbol of my growing love.
the symbol of my growing love.
Ashley, if you put the ring on Andy's finger. Repeat after me. Stop.
Andy,
May this ring
may this ring
forever be to you,
forever be to you,
the symbol of my growing love.
the symbol of my growing love.
May you always be as happy together as you are here today. Ashley and Andy, you've just sealed your relationship by the giving and receiving of vows in the presence of family and friends. And to symbolize this joining, we will now have a unity sand ceremony. Today you join your separate lives together. The two separate bottles of sand symbolize your separate lives, separate family, and separate set of friends. They represent all that you are. They also represent your lives before today. As these two containers of sand are poured into a third container, the individual containers of sand will no longer exist, but will be joined together as one. And as these grains of sand can never be separated and poured into their individual containers again, so will your marriage be. A final blessing on the newlywed couple. May the sun of many days and years shine upon you. May the love you have for one another grow and hold you close. May the light within you guide you on your way together. May your dreams come true, and if they don't, may new dreams arise. And long, long years from now, may you look at one another and be able to say, because of you I have lived the life I always wanted to live. Because of you I have become the person that I long to be. Ashley and Andy, you have expressed your love to one another through the commitment and promises you have just made. It is with these in mind and by the power vested in me by the state of Minnesota that I now pronounce you husband and wife. Andy, you may kiss your beautiful bride.